Yeah, I like how you were the only one dialed in. Like, if I wanted to guess who's gonna win the show, I'm gonna put between like you and John Party, because you were like intense from the get go. Like you would have fun a little bit, but at the same time you can see that you're taking it seriously. But everybody else was just like, having fun, trying to be funny on camera. Okay, we're officially live
I
after
think the
this.
difference is, hey guys, what's up? I think the
What's up?
difference is those people are content creators. They are there to entertain you. I'm a recreational professional poker player. I don't give a fuck what you think. I'm going in there to make some money and get out.
And it was serious money. 50K is for 5 racks is 5 racks.
Yeah, man. 5 racks is 5 racks.
I can't believe you won. We're gonna explain. I'm gonna post the link in the comments too. The link for the show. My guest today has somehow mastered the impossible: raising kids, crushing poker tournaments, and surviving reality TV drama without getting voted off the island. She's a professional poker player, soccer mom, and the reigning Poker Wars champion. Welcome, Haven Taylor.
What's up, guys? Thanks for having me.
Of course. Um,
Talk
I'm
to me,
gonna.
Carl.
We have a lot of questions about Poker Wars. I don't know if the audience know about it. Probably some people seen it. The people that follow you, but just a little intro for the people that don't know you yet. Who is Haven Taylor?
My alarm's going off here. I got a piano class later.
Time to wake up. Oh,
No. I told you I'm a soccer mom. I get up at like 6:30 in the morning.
does your kid still
My
play soccer? By the way.
Yeah, I have a 14-year-old son and he's plays really high level soccer. So while
Huh?
everybody else is like grinding late through the night, I need my beauty sleep so I can wake up and not look like a hot mess in front of all the other soccer moms and early morning schools. And I don't know, my last few years have basically been like learning how to balance making sandwiches in the morning and crushing poker dreams in the afternoon.
I like it. How did a soccer mom end up becoming a professional poker player?
Recreational professional.
I like how you add that recreational professional.
Yeah, like a lot of people are like, what does that even mean? For me, it means I play to make money. It does pay our living, my husband and I, but I don't grind as much as your average professional poker player. Like for one, my love for the game has it's a roller coaster like most professional poker players, I'm sure. It ebb and flows and it's not something to be forced. Like if you're not feeling playing poker, I don't think you should play. Like you're just drawing dead almost, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I play when I need to top up the bankroll, you know what I mean? And I'm lucky that my husband loves to grind, so he can go and play the cash games that subsidize and like help control the variance of playing big tournaments. But I like taking long shots, like I want to go for tournaments where I can win a lot of money and take some breaks after.
That's a good picture of both of you.
Thank you. Those are our Blue Jays jerseys. We love the Blue Jays.
Blue Jay, I'm not familiar. Blue Jays is a Canadian team.
We have one Major League Baseball team in Canada, the Toronto
Mm.
Blue Jays. I can drive to Vegas and back to my house before I can drive to Toronto. Like that's how far it is. Canada's massive. But
Mm-hmm.
we have one team and we bleed blue for them. And they made it to the World Series last year, which was quite a ride. My husband and son and I didn't miss a postseason game. We spent 1 month on the road with the Blue Jays.
Wow, that's sick.
I know.
One thing to touch up on, you said I can choose what tournaments to play. I don't have to play when I'm not feeling it because I'm drawing dead. But I mean, that's something that, like for me, for example, I cannot play. I have to play whatever is available, whatever, even if I'm running bad. I don't have that leisure of not playing. You know what I mean? I have to go after it even when things aren't going my way.
First
But
of all,
like,
I think it makes you a much better poker player to play through variance and learn how to control the upswings and downs. I'm just saying that as a poker couple,
hmm,
I'm lucky that I'm not forced into that. Like when there's
right.
time where I feel like I'm on a downswing or I'm not giving it my best, those are the days that my husband steps up and says, like, don't worry, I want to play them anyways. Like I'm going here anyways. So I can kind
Hmm.
of stay home, make sandwiches or whatever.
Your Hendon mob is actually pretty impressive. I was looking at it last night, 500K in earnings. I like how Hendon mob always want to make sure we're human. There's too many like it's too
Bots in
strict.
the world.
Yeah.
Hey, that 500K, 569 is like almost a million Canadian.
Oh, you know what? I heard you on the show yesterday say a million. I'm like, okay, it's a little lie, but it wasn't a lie. So it's a
No,
million
and
Canadian.
this doesn't count like online and cash games and stuff too, obviously.
Oh, true, true, true.
It also doesn't deduct your buy-ins though.
Of course.
Hey, look, I won the last tournament on my Hendon mob.
Oh, the last result was a win.
Yeah, I've been in the PLO lab with the Sandman. My husband's a mixed game player, loves to play mixed games. So
How much strategy in poker is discussed at home?
a lot. A lot. We talk about hands all the time. He's in Vegas right now grinding, and I just spent my morning hearing about hands.
What does studying look like to you?
It ebb and flows, just like my interest in the game. Sometimes I find a leak in myself and look into it and stuff, and definitely reviewing hands. Like if you're not learning, you're not doing yourself any favors. You know what I mean? These mistakes we make are expensive. Like how much does it cost us sometimes when we make a bad jam or fold incorrectly? And that could be the difference between 5-6 figures in tournaments. So if you don't review your hands and pick up on your leaks and your mistakes, like you're doing yourself a disservice in this. You got to keep getting better. The game's getting better. The people are getting better. Like the kids nowadays, they're good. They study. So for me in the past, I've taken some coaching. Um, I get to talk about hands with some really good players, like my husband Thomas Taylor, our best friend Mike Leah. I'm really lucky that they were able to like help improve my game a lot. I've got a lot of really good friends. I got some coaching by Faraz Jaka a few years ago.
Uh, let's show a picture of Thomas. Thomas is a bona fide crusher for sure. 2.8 million in earnings. That's pretty sick.
He's been in contention for player of the year in the WSOP for the last 2 years, in the
Mm-hmm.
top 10 spot until more than halfway through the series. Like he has two second places and a third from last year, which is pretty fucking sick. A
That
lot of
is sick.
a lot of
Fir-
tears.
First recorded score is 2009, and then he's been consistent ever since. Best year is 2025, 663K. That's pretty sick. Already at 24K this year.
If you
Mike
ask like a
Leah.
lot of our friends,
Mm-hmm.
they'll tell you that I don't let him play enough because I like to go to the beach too much, which is true. Like I like to go to the beach a lot, and he plays online when we're there and stuff. So these aren't counting his online scores.
How far is the beach from where you're at right now?
Buddy, like far. I'm talking Mexico. Like I gotta fly over
Vacation
Vegas.
beach. Okay, I thought you drive a couple hours and okay, Canada. Disregard. Um,
Does it look sunny here though? It's raining today.
it looks nice outside. Yeah.
I live in an apartment in Calgary.
You know what? One thing I wanted to ask you. That's what's the difference between like grinding in Canada and grinding in the US as far as like because they always say Canadians are nice. Is there a difference?
My
Nice.
view on poker players in
Uh,
general is like everyone's fucking nice to me, man. Like I hear a lot of people say, "Oh, it's so hard. Like the boys are so mean and stuff like that." And like I feel for you if you're experiencing that, but like everywhere I go, people are pretty nice to me. And
hmm.
maybe Canadians are nicer. I don't know. We have Calgary's like and Edmonton too is only a couple hours away, and we have an awesome local scene here. I get along well with everyone.
You do know that nicer means bluff less.
Does it?
So yeah, I mean, you can't be nice at the table. You got to be.
No,
There
I
has
think
to be
that's
some.
wrong, Carl. I think you just after you get bluffed, they just say nice hand cordially and take the chips, not like roll it over like an asshole, you
Wait,
know? They can still bluff.
so they bluff you and say nice hand to you?
they would do it to you.
No, I'm saying, but if I bluff somebody, I'm not gonna tell them nice hand when I'm raking the chips. I'm
Yeah,
not
you
gonna
go
say a
nice
word.
fold. Nice fold.
Nice fold. Well, nice to me, yeah. If they fold, and I'm bluffing, but I'm not.
Definitely.
Usually, when I bluff, and I don't show it, and I'm not gonna say anything because. But like I said, like bluffing, you can't. You gotta get out of line, and you have to be somewhat evil. There has to be some evil thoughts going on. You can't bluff and be like
I
being
know,
court.
but you can be a strategic player and still be cordial and kind and not be a dick.
Oh
Like,
no, of course. I'm not. I'm not saying that being a dick, but like yes, of course, of course, being cordial at the table. So
I
there's
think,
not.
yeah, Canadians are easy to get along with. When you're playing, you're maybe more likely to have a little fun, but you're still gonna get bluffed, bro.
Yeah, of course, of course.
You better clip that one. My Canadian fans are gonna like that.
We'll clip it. Well, we're gonna have a lot of reels out of this. What was your first experience with poker? Like, what got you into the game?
Boys. I
Um,
like poker players, honestly. What am I gonna say? Like I like really smart guys, and poker is like it's such a strategic game and very competitive, lots of ego. Like I dabbled in poker for a long time, but it wasn't really until I started dating someone that played poker that I played as much as I did. And I was terrible. You can ask anyone. I was a total fish. And then I realized quickly that if I wanted to keep playing and be as good as some of these other people, I'd have to get better, uh, which I did.
Everyone started as a fish. Nobody started as like crushing. It's just, and you said it on one of your podcasts. You said we pay for the lessons at first, and it's very costly at first. Like nobody's gonna have a winning year. Nobody's Tom Dwan, where he tells that story where he's like, I deposited 500 in my online account and I never looked back. Like nobody's gonna tell that story.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, we're still learning, right? Every mistake we make in poker, if you don't kind of evaluate it, those are the mistakes we make regardless are our lessons.
Yes, the game is way too complicated. Anybody that says that claims that it's a simple game and they have it mastered, they're delusional. It's,
Have you played many mixed games? Because it seems like the poker world is diversifying. There's a lot more
yeah.
option for mixed games. We even have the World Series of Poker come here 2 or 3 times a year, and they offer a horse and a tourist tournament and stuff like that. So even the games are changing, not just the strategies, but the
Of
games that
course.
are being offered. And if you don't keep up on them, you're going to get left behind. Even now during a lot of series, the half the events are PLO.
See, I want to get better in mixed games. No, I'm a one-trick pony. I only play Hold'em, and it's way tougher to win bracelets just playing Hold'em. How good
It's
are you in mixed games?
you'll never be player of the year if you
Mm-hmm.
don't play mixed games. So you have no chance of it at all.
Correct.
Way smaller chance at winning a bracelet because the fields we play are massive.
Mm-hmm.
How good am I? I'm getting good at PLO. I like to play it. I started playing over COVID when there was no casinos, and all the home games were PLO. So I had to get good at that. And other than that, I've been in the lab a little bit. I watch my husband and we'll like pick one and study it a little bit. But I have a lot to learn. The problem with mixed games is there's not the programs that they offer out there for PLO and Hold'em. You can't just like buy a learning. No
You're
one's going to
right.
teach you how to play mixed games.
You're right. There's not much content on mixed games because they're not as popular as Hold'em. How
It's
much?
coming though. It's coming for sure. Even the housemen here, like when we have these tournaments, they have to ask Thomas, like, hey, what's the ruling for this? Because like the floors don't even know what the rules of these games yet, but it's coming.
Huh. Patty Pump. Who's Patty Pump? I'm guessing it's a friend of yours.
I don't know. Hey,
She
Patty
said,
Pump, what's up? Tell
I'm
us your name.
she said, I'm sure that they both have a ton of scores from Alberta casinos that aren't on Hendon Mob. So I'm guessing some casinos up there don't send the results to Hendon.
Possibly. And I have a few from South America that they've never sent into, like fairly big ones, like
Really?
60
Major
grand.
events that don't send to Hendon.
Mhm. Well, I
Uh,
wouldn't say major, but like they get a lot of. Have you ever played down in Costa Rica and Panama and stuff?
No, no.
Shout out Sorties Hotel. They have some sick series. They used to, anyways. They did a Poker Stars series there once. I went, fell in love with it, had a blast. Panama's amazing. The facility is just like rooftop pool, hookah bar, lounges, breakfast restaurant. The rooms are floor to ceiling glass windows overlooking Panama City, like stunning. And the fucking players were insane, like rapid firing main events, going all in blind, like Brazilian guys, Colombian guys, Panamanian, like they are wild. I don't know, like if the cartel is putting these people in these tournaments and nobody gives a fuck about money.
Money laundering happening down there. God knows.
Listen, I don't see anything. I don't say anything. I don't care. Let's gamble. Let's flip. Let's
Like
roll.
the treat chimps, hear nothing, say nothing.
Those
Patty
are on
Pump,
my can you see them? Those are my hear no evil, speak no evil.
they're right there. You got to be kidding. The fact that I mentioned it and you have them in the house. The white things right there in the background.
Yeah, you bet.
Canadian Patty Pump said Canadians play faster too. No forever tanking.
Yeah, that's true. I'm sure we get a lot more hands over here than when we're in Europe.
That's the first sign of recreational is people that act way too fast. Like I have a couple here in Tampa, a couple players. They just like, I mean, instant clicking buttons that like no thought in the action, like snap calls, snap raises. I'm like, don't you take a second, at least count to 5 to make a decision? But anyway,
well, at least they're balanced. At least they're probably doing it with the stones and dog shit.
You know what? You're right. They are balanced. Just
they don't know that they're balancing, but they're balanced.
What were some of the biggest sacrifices you made to pursue poker seriously?
I consider my poker career, nothing was negative about it at all, honestly. I spent less time, maybe a little bit with girlfriends, but I was raising a family. Like I had my son when I was 25 years old. Like I'm 40 now, and by the time I'm 45, I will have a 20-year-old son living out on his own, like in 5 years, with my toes dipped in the retirement waters. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe buy a van, take my cats, drive around the States for the 180 days a year I'm allowed there. Who knows? But like I started young. So a lot of times when I was grinding tournaments and learning how to play, I was also like changing diapers and finding babysitters and just trying to do both at the same time. But those things made me stronger and made me value the time I was there versus kind of taking it for granted, maybe.
Question: how did you meet Thomas? Was it at the tables?
Yeah.
Did
And
he block
also
you?
he was a legend here. Anyways, I knew of Thomas before I met him. Because when you like obviously him and Mike got really good at poker. They were traveling around the country, having all these big scores. I knew he was from Alberta. He didn't play much around where we live now when we first got together. But I met him a couple times and he was pretty nerdy. Still is pretty nerdy, but
a controversial question. Who chased who in the beginning?
Oh man, our hookup story, our meet story is amazing. Amazing. I like had a little bit of a crush on him because like I said, like I like smart people. Like I'm not going for like the pretty boys or the guys with the great jobs or the fancy cars. I get horny when you're a fucking genius.
Intellectual.
Yeah. So like 10 years ago, we were in Vegas and he was on a final table. I saw it maybe promoted in our local poker group online or something. So I wasn't doing anything. I went sweat for a bit, waved to him. He came, said hi. And I said, like, after this, let's go. Do you have friends here? Anyone else watching you? And he's like, nope, just me. And I'm like, okay, well, here's my number. Text me when you're done and we will maybe go celebrate your final table. Like for him, that's another Tuesday at the laundromat, a final table in Vegas. We're coining that for John Party, by the way, Tuesday at the laundromat. But for me, that's like a super big deal. So he messages after, comes and hangs out. We have a few drinks. This is PG 13 for sure if your kids are around. Have a few drinks, go out, and I tell my friends, like, I'm gonna take Thomas back to my room. I've never told anyone this story this publicly. I've saved it for you, Carl. So
Wow.
I take Thomas back to my room like a little skank, and he's so drunk, and he obviously doesn't drink much at the time. He goes out there for the whole summer, doesn't even leave the Rio, doesn't even leave to go outside, likely for all I know. And I'm there having fun, playing a few. I went out for like the Colossus with my friends, like swapping 10% with 5 people kind of thing. Like I sucked back then. And so he comes, gets drunk. We go back to the room. We start like fooling around, and he goes and throws up. He goes to the bathroom, and all of a sudden I just hear like, bleh. And I'm like, oh my God. So I wait a little bit like a lady, and then I'm like, no, I gotta go. I get dressed, I leave, I go back and meet my friends. And they're like, where's Thomas? And I'm like, oh, I just walked him back to his room. He's got to play tomorrow. Well, little did I know, I was sharing a suite. My friend got us this really nice room somewhere. We go back after we're out that night, and we open the door and we just like, we have to close it. It smells so bad. We go in there and we look, and there's vomit everywhere. The roof,
Oh my.
walls, and he had pulled the sheets off the bed to try and clean it up. So we have to call the maid, get a new room, get life sorted out. And then the next day, he messages me at like 7 o'clock at night. I'm sure full of shame, like, and he says, "Hey, I really fucked up last night. Can I get a rebuy?"
He wanted to rebuy,
He
fire another
wanted,
bullet. Oh my
yeah,
God.
and fire he did. It
Wow. So that, how awkward is that on a first date? That's pretty sick.
wasn't really a date. It was kind of like a
It was like the scene from
thing.
The Exorcist when she started throwing up the green stuff. Have you seen the movie
No,
with
I don't like scary movies, but
Linda
yeah,
Blair?
I can imagine that. I'm picturing the alien and the walls.
Oh, that scene. I mean, that movie is like disturbing. It's it's probably one of the best horror movies of all time. But you don't want to watch it because they even the Vatican got involved for that. There's one scene where she did something with the cross in front of the priest because she's trying to like mess with his head because it's a devil. She's possessed by
Okay.
a demon, and that one scene, the Vatican got involved to take the scene out in the beginning, but you can find it somewhere on YouTube. But she did something very unholy with the cross. Let your imagination do the rest.
I
But
went there
anyway,
already.
yeah. um
That's what I had to do after Thomas puked in my room. I had no one to finish the job.
oh my God, I hope it wasn't a cross because the Vatican might delete this episode too. The Pope might get involved.
Mm.
um so let's talk Poker Wars. How did you get the invite, by the way? Did they have like a poll? Did they what's the procedure to get on the show?
First of all, when they did an open casting for the wild cards, so many people sent me that. And they're like, you should apply for this. You should apply for this. But I couldn't say. Poker Wars had already reached out and asked if I wanted to be a part of it. I still had to go through the casting process. Kevin Martin, shout out Kevin Martin, who put blood, sweat, and tears into this project and made an amazing reality show. Right now, it's just in the process of editing and turning into shorter episodes. But
Mm-hmm.
the concept was, let's film a reality show where people had to outwit, outplay, outlast, have their asses on the block, and crush in poker. So it was very much like Survivor, Big Brother, uh, War of Gold, Poker Gold, Game of Gold, you know what I mean? So,
Mm-hmm.
but while they're filming into episodes, let's turn the live stream on and let people watch what we're up to. And man, was it was amazing. Like, what a cool guy. I wish him all the best success with this. I hope it takes off and Netflix picks it up and he's a rich motherfucker because he deserves it. And he put like his heart into this project. So we filmed Poker Wars just last week. I've only been out of the house for a week.
That's Kevin Martin, by the way. Just to clarify, is that Kmart or I'm wrong?
Yeah, Kmart Poker.
It is Kmart. I'm like,
Mhm.
I know that he looks familiar. Okay. There was a lot of innovation in the show, and a lot of things that I understood the poker, of course, but like we were discussing before we went live, there's a lot of factors like players were finding survival cards or immunity cards in the house? Like, were you guys prompted that there were things that will get you immune inside the studio? Because people were looking under desks, under chairs, especially what's his name, Kiro?
Cairo.
Cairo, one
Shout
of the
out, Cairo
contestants.
loves you.
Shout out to
Um,
Cairo. By the
they
way,
were immune. They weren't immunities. They were advantages. So
okay.
these players, they were saying to us, production was saying like, there are things, the game is the game and everything's in the game. And you might find something that's a part of the game and it might be advantageous to you and it might be advantageous to an ally. So keep your eyes open. And these content creators, which are just natural entertainers, can't help themselves but like get right in there. And they, in my opinion, I think they really overvalued these advantages because I just kind of was thinking to myself, well, unless it's an immunity, I don't want to fucking need an advantage. I want to stay out of elimination, not use an advantage when I get in one. So while everyone's scurrying around looking for these advantages, I was playing poker, trying to win the match and secure my own immunity. The
You
only
know,
safety you have in the game.
I saw you locked in, and I knew from like the first minute of the show, you were saying just the necessary. You weren't going above and beyond to entertain. You're just saying the necessary stuff, but you were locked in from the beginning when poker was involved. And you said all the side stuff, like the immunity stuff, didn't matter much at the end, right? It was just the poker that
I
got
mean,
you to win
at
the
the end
show.
when you're playing, having advantages help. Like when you at the end it goes mano a mano, like heads up. And there were
Hmm.
some advantages, but they weren't
Hmm.
found in the game. So at the beginning, yeah, they were majorly overvalued, which I think was a big leak in a couple of the players' games. I think if someone else won that first challenge, things might have
Hmm.
gone a lot differently. I could have ended up in elimination and my ass out the door on day one instead of Ali. Shout out Ali 6 7.
Let's explain a little bit for the audience because I watched the show and I know just a little about the concept. Who were the contestants? Just in short. Uh,
They were all much more well known than me. So when I got the phone call from Kev saying like, "Hey, we talk reality all the time. I know you're a big fan of Survivor, Big Brother, and stuff. I'm making a show. I would love to see you on it. I think you'd do great. Like, what do you think?" And like full transparency, he was like, "I'm not casting. Like, we need to have a meeting with the other producers and stuff. But like, are you interested?" So I said yes. I was like, "I'll be in Mexico soon. If you guys want to have a FaceTime, let's do that." They said yeah. We pull up this FaceTime together and like who comes on the screen but Adam Klein from Survivor. And like I'm a diehard Survivor fan. I was just fangirling. I was like, holy fuck, like Adam Klein. And Kev's like, oh, you guys know each other? You played last year? And I'm like, no, I don't know him. I watched Survivor. And he's like, oh yeah, like I forgot about that. So they say, like, yeah, we think you'll be great on the show. And they don't tell me anything until 2 weeks later. They're like, "Hey, we're gonna put you on, and we film in a week. Be ready." So we come in there. I get the same phone call everyone else does. We all meet in Calgary. They had a wild card, which was, I think they said maybe they had 400 people apply, and they picked Ali to come in as. He's a financial manager, a financial planner, and he came in just to like shoot a shot with the pros. And so he was our first elimination, Ali. And like he actually played great and he's the coolest guy. I'm so happy to have met him. But the rest of the people are all super well known content creators. They were there to play poker and put on a show. Kevin made a really specific point of saying he did not want poker nerds, hen and mob crushers. Like he didn't want GTO wizards. He just wanted a fun crew that would play the game and be able to play some cards.
yeah, of course. It's because it has to have entertainment value. You don't want a nerd that doesn't have much personality beyond the show.
Someone tanking 6 minutes every hand just to balance their timing tells and stuff. No.
Right.
So he also invited some really fucking cool people like Abby Merck, who is like, a new sister to me. She's so funny and she's younger, just coming up in poker, content creator, really like candid and humble about her learning experience. I make mistakes. I'm not here saying I'm the best. That's the thing about poker is when you're playing like on stream and stuff like that, you can be really easily criticized. And Abby gave
Mm-hmm.
no fucks. So that was great. There we
Let
have John Party.
Let's share a little clip. This is when you introduce yourself. And the funny part, I rewinded it to this part because you said, when I win, you said, when I win the show, and you actually went on to win the whole show. Let's watch your intro.
These two are getting familiar. We're going to catch every conversation, any alliance discussion we're looking for. We're going to capture every single thing live for you guys.
Me too. I want to like see what else there is.
Shout out to Grenader Jake too.
Our next contestant. You guys in the poker world might not know this girl. She's starting to make some waves lately. I know her, an absolute legend in the local Calgary poker scene.
Just a note, John Party can't sit still. The guy has so much energy. He's like pacing around the whole time.
He can't sit still. You know what? He's so harmless though. Like he's just moving.
I can tell he's the super nice guy, big heart.
I heard some of the comments that people were saying, and no, John did not go outside and meet up with 8-Ball Mike. He was legit sober, just pacing. Like the room, it's like it's electric in there. The lights are on, the cameras are on. Like sometimes people just, yeah, I can make you a little nervous in that.
I get it. Yeah. And the fact that there are no chairs, I don't understand a few things. Why they use plaques instead of chips. It was a little bit hard to count. And the fact that there are no chairs, maybe, I don't know what the thought process behind it, but let's watch you on the intro.
You might not know her, but you're about to. This is Haven Taylor.
It's a little nerve-wracking. It's my first time on a spaceship. My name is Haven Taylor. I'm 40 years old. I'm a recreational professional poker player, and I live right around the corner here in Calgary. I started dabbling in poker about 15 years ago. I downloaded PokerStars like everybody else did on their computers with dial-up. We didn't have apps back then. I have played the role for a very long time of mom and wife, which I love. Poker and competing in our house is not only just a game, it's basically a way of life. My husband plays as well. He plays all over the world. I think a 1 in 6 shot is a really plus EV spot for 50 grand. Listen, when I win this, I am going to just go on and play more poker with it. Honestly, I'm going to put my husband in the main event. I'm going to put myself in the main event. We are going to turn 50,000 into 10 million. When I come home, my son is going to say, I knew you won.
Yeah, I was pretty confident and cocky for sure. Actually, there's a part of the show where Kevin goes in the back and Adam, our storyteller, comes out and talks to him a little bit. And he's like, you know what, Kev, every single person has come into this confessional with doubts. Well, except for maybe Haven. So.
Yeah, you said when I win the show, I'm going to do this, put my husband in the main, by myself in the main. And you actually went ahead and did it. That's pretty sick.
Yeah, thank you.
Let's talk, because now it's the season. Let's talk WSOP grind, and I have some questions. Let's talk about your routine there, what events you're going to play, and let's talk fitness, nutrition, and keeping a balanced mind and not going postal out there.
It's tough out there, isn't it? Especially because like I'd usually be out there already. This is the latest I've ever gone to Vegas. Well, with like Thomas, we go grind the whole thing, right? For 6 years in a row, we've gone from start to finish. So not missing much. And it's so easy to go postal out there. Holy, like you're living in a hotel room for almost 6 weeks. You miss your family, your kid, your cats, your bed, normal life. You're just walking around. I mean, remember when it was at the Rio? That was even worse. Like
I didn't go out there when it was Rio. I started going out there when it moved to Paris and Horseshoe the first year.
Well, you're lucky because the Rio was like so depressing to me. But anyways, yeah, you're out there for a long time. So I try and stay active and exercise every morning and get a room with a window with a decent view. First thing I do when I get to Vegas is make friends with my hosts, take some nice crisp brown bills and be like, need a room with a view. I ask for an extra fridge. I always make sure I have 2 fridges. I go on Instacart. I order a microwave so I can heat up some food. I get groceries delivered from the farmer's market. Just like, you know, eating there is so fucking hard. Like you're on break. You only have so much time. It's so busy. The hallways are so full of people and smokers and bad beat stories. It's a fucking nightmare. If I can, I like to go up to my room on break.
Yes. Let's talk working out. Which gym are you using, Paris or Horseshoe?
Paris every time. Horseshoe wasn't bad, but Paris. Sometimes I think about staying at Caesars because the rooms are nicer, and then you get a little bit of a walk, and the gym is better, and I think the food options are really good there too. And then you can walk through that outdoor food court in the morning and in the afternoon, and the pools are better if you're taking a day off. But then you got to walk across the street with your money and your buy-ins and your cash outs and stuff.
Yeah.
Like
Good
I don't want
point.
to get mugged on the strip.
100%. I'm sure it happens a lot. Patty Pump said, we are acquainted. I play in Calgary mostly and live in Drumheller part-time. Drumheller. I
Fun
butchered.
fact, Drumheller is a small town outside of Calgary, and they found lots of dinosaur bones there.
Jen Frankenstein said, love talking with women in poker, Carl. It is past time. Her comment on my post was, finally, Haven is the real deal. Loved her on Poker Wars. I've also played with John a lot in Montreal. Tagline, let's get the party started. Oh, I see what she did there with party.
Well, I like it. I like it, Jennifer. What's up? And John Party, what's up? He was so fun. And he's already out there. I wish him all the best on his grind because I know he's got a house for the summer. He's invited me over for a pool party and a barbecue. We will be reconnecting soon. And I've talked to him. He said, holy fuck, the fans are loving Poker Wars in Vegas right now. Thomas said the same thing. People are asking about my wife and the show, and I'm glad a lot of people have got to watch it. And when they edit it down to episodes, it's going to be even better. So make sure you watch out for that.
Yeah, they need to make it a little shorter. It's a little long. I'm going to put the link in the description, by the way, at the end.
Yeah, go watch it. Throw it on when you're puttering around the house or when you're grinding.
Oh, I watched the whole episode, the first episode, and I'm on the finale, the season finale. But each episode is like 6-7 hours. So
wow, you were in it.
Deep in the lab.
It took me a week. I didn't finish watching it until a week after I got out of the house because I was also trying to catch up on life and help my husband get off to Vegas and being a mom and stuff. But yeah, to anyone that watched the whole thing live, they all just said to me, like, I had the most unproductive weekend of my life, but it was really cool to watch. So I was happy to hear that. Thanks everyone for the support. But WSOP. Yeah. So Thomas is there now. I will be heading down like in a few days, maybe a week, just getting some last minute stuff done around here. And yeah, it's hard to stay fit and it's hard to keep your mind out there. Like I said, eating clearly or eating well and working out will help keep your clarity out there. It's really important. Like I take things like bone broth to the table and in a thermos. I like to have bone broth. There's a lot of protein in there, really good for the brain, really good for the body. Healthy snacks, beef jerkies, high protein yogurts, stuff like that. Just it's hard to get food on break, and the hot dogs are $14.
What's up with the hot dogs? It's 2026. Me and you understand fitness and stuff. They could have had like wraps, turkey wraps, something healthy. Hot dogs. This is not like a baseball game, and it's like
they'd have to charge $37, and they'd be ridiculed to death. And I think that after a lot of people pay a lot of money to get to Vegas, like how about the rooms? The resort fee is like $60 a night. Like, how does anyone afford to go?
Agree. Oh, definitely things add up over there. The expenses add up. Talking about food, somebody posted a picture of this guy literally making he's got a cutting board at the table, avocado, tomato.
Wow.
Look how the lady's looking at him like, what the hell are you doing? I mean,
she's looking at him like, what are you doing? The other guy's looking at him like Daniel Negreanu, we can't be all willy-nilly eating a sandwich at the table. He's loving that this guy's not paying attention to the game. This guy beside him looks like he got some mayonnaise in his eye. Like, you know.
I mean, what is he thinking?
I like a good sandwich at the table. I'm going to be willy-nilly and bring a sandwich and eat it if I get hungry. A lot of people are doing a lot worse than eating a fucking sandwich, like on the phone and stuff like that, reading books.
That's fine, but cutting board at the table, it's a little bit overboard.
Yeah, bring it prepared. Prepare it that morning.
Right, prepare it, put it in a Tupperware, not make it at the table.
Listen, he had a big night, and this is day 2, and he didn't get much sleep. I mean, if you're not staying at the facility, you got to go to the South Park, find your vehicle, hope that you land on the right fucking floor that you parked on, find your vehicle, drive home, and then you got to come back so early through traffic the next day down the strip. Like, I always say every year, oh, we're getting a house next year. I hate living in this room. I'm so tired of it. I want to bring my cats. I want to have guests come. But when it comes to booking, I'm like, no, we really just should stay there. It's so much more convenient. Like
Convenience is I always say horseshoe or Paris. That's it. You don't want to do the walk, like you said, with money, and just the walk in general, or taking Ubers. You just want to be in the action. And you said another thing is recharging on breaks. It's so nice to go to your room for like a couple minutes and recharge your batteries, because people don't understand the first time, like if somebody's going first time on breaks, the herd of people leaving, it's too much. It's too much to handle.
Picture it like the Lion King, like all the hyenas are coming and you're just like a little lion and you're just trying to go get yourself
gazelle.
And you're trying to go get yourself like a hot dog, and you're being burned by people's cigarettes and stories everywhere. It's so much. Oh my God.
Push. Nobody's spatially aware. People push you. They step on you. Like, you got to be a line at the tables and on breaks too. You're fending off for your life that the whole time there.
If you're not in the blinds, I highly recommend looking at the clock and leaving a minute before break.
I do that all the time. Just a minute or 40 seconds, especially if you're not in the blinds. Just bounce out of there to your room. Jennifer said, would love to hear Haven talk about women's edge at the table. Oh, we're getting to that topic for sure. She has something spicy, controversial to say. Okay, let's talk about this. Being a woman at the table, advantages, pros and cons.
I feel very set up because it's tough in this industry. Not everyone's always going to like what you have to say. And I have very thick skin. Like I told you at the beginning, I do not read the comment section. I don't care what people say. I have a really great life. I'm really happy. And if you think I suck at poker, or if you think I wear too much makeup or my lips are gross or whatever, like I don't give a fuck. Women in poker, I love you guys. Shout out to all the girls coming up. It is not easy to play poker for anyone. And something that kind of irks me a bit is this whole it's much harder for women thing. Like I said at the beginning of this, like people are nice to me. I don't really have like a lot of problems at the table. If I need to like kind of flirt my way into a fold, I'm likely going to get it because I was nice to everyone earlier, not because like I'm sexually seducing them or I kind of think it's a kindness thing. But I do hear a lot of women say that men are mean to them, that they're not comfortable. And I'm just going to say, like, I do not share that experience. I'm not saying it doesn't exist. Maybe it does for you, but I have not had this experience.
I mean, in general, poker players are nice, whether you're a man or a woman. But every once in a while, you're gonna cross an asshole at the table. It happens to men and women. Sometimes just these are the people that are like troublemakers. You can tell from the first word that comes out of their mouth that they're like trouble. And question, where did that I don't give a fuck attitude come from? Because you said, I don't give a fuck if you think I wear too much makeup. Where did that come from?
I mean, I think that a lot of people there's a lot of jealousy in poker. It is very hard to make a career out of poker. So for people that have done it, like Thomas and myself, we have a lot of support, way more support of people being like, man, it is really fucking cool what you're doing. Like, I remember a few years ago, like 4 or 5 years ago, like I was the worst. I'd be like, oh my God, I got to go to Vegas all summer. It's so exhausting. It's so hot. The people are gross. They stink. Like, meanwhile, I'm like complaining to people whom I'm living their dreams. Like I am going to Vegas all summer. I'm playing any event I want day after day after day. And they have their families and they don't have the support to leave, and they have jobs and they don't have the bankroll, whatever the reason is, their commitments keeping them from going to play for 5-6 weeks in Vegas. They're not the people to be complaining to about going to do exactly what they would kill to do. So I had to learn to be humble right away. And that is obviously received well when you're like, you know what, it's a blessing to get to go out there. But it's also a lot of work and it's exhausting. So we do have the support. But of course, when you're going out and living people's dreams, like some people it's a nasty, there's a nasty face in poker. There's a jealous side, a devil on your shoulder, and a lot of ego. And when people see you doing well, maybe they're not doing well, it's easy to hate on. Or maybe I said something to you one day 4 years ago because I just took a bad beat and I was not at my best and you didn't forget it, or like, who knows what it is. But yeah, there's a lot of haters in poker.
There's a lot of jealousy, of course, and sometimes there's a lot of people that laugh in your face and talk shit behind your back. It's just like high school. It's high school amplified.
Yeah.
Your dad had a nice comment. He said you have to have I don't give a fuck attitude in poker. If you never get caught looking dumb, you aren't bluffing enough or getting value owned. Yeah, some people.
Shout out to your dad, because that is so true. Like, you got to roll over a bluff and own it, because when it works, and if it doesn't, you're not trying hard enough.
Yeah, sometimes people don't pull the trigger just so they won't get judged at the table or look dumb. For sure.
Yeah.
A good point.
And especially on the stream, when people are, it's so easy to ridicule people. First of all, most of the people watching would love to play on the stream one day. Like, it's fun. It's cool. People are watching you play poker. Like, you kind of made it, even if you're just playing an event, you get pulled onto the table. Like, it's awesome to end up on the feature or something. You're obviously playing with someone cool. It's an experience. Take it in. But you're going to be up for criticism when people can see what you're doing. And we don't all play poker the same way. That's what makes this game so great, is that we all play our own way. Otherwise, it would be very boring. And sometimes you want to mix it up. You want to try something. Sometimes it works. One thing about me getting coached in particular is when I talk to my boys about hands, they are always so good at saying, that would never work for me. I can't run that line. I'm getting called down 1,000,000%. But for you, I love this. And in particularly when I mentioned getting coached by Faraz Jaka, he's very good at coaching women. He coaches a lot of good female poker players, because he can say, like, this is a good line for you. They're not gonna think you're taking this line. Like, you might get away with it more, because there's a stigma that, like, women don't bluff, like, women don't have the balls to put on the table, like, women are tight. Maybe because women value money more. You know what I mean?
True. What do you think, your advice for somebody going out there for the first time? What's a little adjustment they have to make with the big fields in Vegas?
First of all, I don't recommend getting like a ton of new coaching before a series. Like, if you're going to go out to the World Series, like, it's not the time to practice new things that you've learned. So play your game and be comfortable. The days are really long. Bring a cushion and some snacks in your bag, some Advil, some headphones, whatever you need to kind of get through the day and feel like you're in your element. And just, be comfortable with your game and be nice to people, and they'll be nice to you.
Good one. Did you see the Amazon room?
Have a shower, please.
Yeah,
Shower.
hygiene, please. Hygiene for sure.
And the shoes. Why are people barefoot all the time at the tables now? You're not grounding. You're not outside. All these hippie Jesus motherfuckers and their dirty feet.
I wouldn't go to Walmart with flip-flops. I see people out in public in flip-flops. Like, what's his name? Sebastian Maniscalco. He's like, oh, people say because I want to be comfortable. And Sebastian said, well, I'm uncomfortable because you're comfortable. Like, what is this? People don't care how they look like anymore. They just go out in public, like you said, hippies, flip-flops, with ugly feet. Like, I don't want to see your feet. Hide that shit.
This is not your uncle's basement. Like, please keep your socks on. Change your socks every day. Have a shower. Like, be civil.
Somebody sent me a picture of a player barefoot, and
I have one on my phone from my home casino like a month ago. And
share it on my messenger. We'll share it on the screen.
All right, keep going though.
So hygiene at the WSOP. I was talking about the Amazon room. They moved it from Horseshoe, and they didn't. At first, I thought it's going to be in the Normandy and Province, those two ballrooms. But I was wrong. They did the reveal a couple days ago, and the new Amazon room is beautiful.
I saw that.
for the people that don't know, the Amazon is or the Thunderdome, they call it, is where the final tables and all the big events, like if you make it to the Thunderdome, you're doing well. It's basically either final tables or like they had the heads up match going on, the 25K heads up match in the Thunderdome, and it's in Paris this year. I
Yeah,
still
so
don't
like
like the carpet. The carpet contrast to the Thunderdome, it's not meshing well. But the actual set itself, separated from the carpet, is really nice. But the carpet at the Paris needs to be upgraded. Carpet better at
yeah, I
Horseshoe. It's
just
more
don't
modern.
think that they're thinking about that for us. I don't think they give a fuck about us.
No, I mean, but they put a lot of money and effort in the Thunderdome. It looks beautiful and like
Oh,
futuristic.
like we could rent our own carpets. The WSOP could rent their own carpets or something. No, I don't think they care about that.
I wonder if it's going to be cold this year, because last couple of years you're comfortable wearing just short sleeves, but this year everybody in the Thunderdome, they were wearing long sleeves. So I'm not
Do
sure.
you remember that one day that the AC went off at the beginning of the year last year and everyone's in beaters sweating? The tables like are steaming from the moisture, the sweat coming off of us.
Yeah, it was like a sauna. It's
So
tilting
that's
for
another
sure.
thing. Be prepared. Bring a sweater in your bag or like a small blanket. Like I curl up in a little like shawl thing.
Yeah, you always need the long sleeves just in case it gets cold. Um,
All the little hacks will keep coming to me as we talk.
yes. What are some events that you never miss at the WSOP? Like the
The main.
staples, of course.
The main. I've played the main the last 5 years in a row, and it owes
Ever
me one.
cashed?
No.
Same.
Oh, buddy, it sucks. Nothing feels worse than busting the main. It's so sad all the time.
You
I
know
busted
what?
on day one for the first time last year.
Me too. By the time the main comes, I'm a zombie. But this year, I'm taking the main very like I want to cash it this year, no matter what. I'm gonna play like a nit in the beginning. Not that I ever play like a nit. I can't do it even if
I was just gonna say, I don't know. I feel like I call. Like I don't feel like that's gonna happen. You can't really do that. You still gotta play to win. Like if you're gonna do that, you might as well just buy in on day two.
But you gotta go in with a plan that you're gonna like. Some things that there has to be some adjustments. Just you need to like sit back a little bit more and just wait for hands, for the fact that blind levels are 2 hours and I'm used to like 30 minutes and 40-minute blind levels, so I just go after it. In the main, you need to sit back and relax a little bit. Last year I got coolered like 3 spots. There were 6 spots, and I think the first spot most people are going broke. I flop middle set and I check call down. I never raised on any street, or else I would have been out. It was ace 7-8. I had pocket eights. Ace 7-8 flop, check, 7 on the turn. I bowed up, check, bet, call. River's like a 3, check, bet, call. And I knew this guy's profile is never bluffing, but I'm like, it's almost like a super nitty check call on the river. Most like you got to get value some on one street. I just check called. I knew something was up. My alarm bells were going off, and he had ace. Lost the minimum. And then 2 hands, similar spots too, where I flop trips. He boated up on the turn. Check call line. The third hand, I was so frustrated. It was the same guy. It was 9s versus jacks. I just 4-bet jam, but I was short. I had like 18, 19 bigs. But yeah, it was.
I'm going out there to play the main with people like you that want to fold a lot early and try and chip up.
I'm never that guy. Trust. I'm never. I just say
See, but
this.
I guess that's my line. I guess that can work for me. Maybe I'm not going to look like I can do that. You know.
But it works. A lot of people do fold big hands early on. They just want to,
Speaking
survive.
of big folds, did you see Alex Foxton's fold yesterday with trips when he folded an 8 when that guy had a full house? He had 4s.
No,
Foxton,
no.
I think turned trip 8s and got raised on the road. He raised, folded. It was a beautiful play.
No, if Alex Foxton is on another level for sure. No, I missed it. I watched a little bit of his match, but not the whole thing. But I missed that hand.
I got a big hand with him on the bubble of I don't know, maybe a mystery, the last mystery bounty, I think at the WPT in December. And he was like playing to chip up, and I don't know, I put the pressure on him and put him all in with ace queen, and he went like into the blender and called on the bubble, stone bubble, and he had queens. And I'm like, what the fuck took you so long? Like, I thought you were just fucking around, but he had a real hand. But he thought, like, am I always just beat here? You know what I mean?
It was
But-
pre-flop, all in pre.
Mhm.
And
Yeah, but
his
there's a lot of equity to make day 2 and get the big bounties. Like there are several $1 million bounties and stuff like that.
talking about this, let's watch the guy that picked the $1 million bounty. I mean, how lucky is that?
How about last year when Matt Glantz said it was like making fun of the $1 million bounties? Oh, it's a circus shit show. And then he fucking pulls the $1 million bounty. Like, what a life.
That's pretty sick. And he got a lot of heat about it because he's a millionaire to begin with.
Yeah, I mean, it's not who needs it most.
True.
Your app or ID or whatever.
Did this guy say he wasn't going to play any more tournaments after this?
You have to sign or anything.
This guy?
You're gonna pick one.
Yeah, I thought he said, like, I'm retiring. I'm not playing tournaments anymore.
I missed it, but he had an out of line comment at the end. Let's hear it.
One and only one envelope, and that could win you $1 million. That's the one. That's the one.
There was only one left?
We would love to see.
No, there was
number. Yeah.
there was plenty of envelopes.
Yeah, then they
You
were.
are number one. All right. Well, that works. And it's the first number one.
It's a dollar sign.
Yes, dollar sign. Thank you. What about that next figure? Is that a one? Is that a Andrew Shelton! $1 million! Well, congratulations.
I must electronics pull that.
Redemption.
Yes.
Redemption at its finest. Let's face this way. Speak up a little bit for me. You had a good feeling walking up here,
What do you
right?
mean you busted out?
Said I am number one, and boom, here it is.
Exactly. You know what?
What are you going to spend the money on?
Drugs, alcohol.
Yep.
Look
That's
who's
the
in
news
flow.
over here.
Whoa, drugs, alcohol, and women.
Yes, sir. Get it, buddy. Live your best life.
Wow, his reaction was almost scary to the speaker a little bit.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be those women. He looks very aggressive.
Would you? How would you react if you picked $1 million? Are you reacting like this?
I mean, I'm going to want to have a great time too. I don't drink alcohol, like almost never.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not like sober or against alcohol. I just don't love it anymore. I'm 40 now. A hangover to me lasts like a week. It's never worth it for me. I always just kind of, it makes me tired. Like when I go to Mexico and the vibe is right, I'll have a few skinny margaritas or something, or maybe the very odd glass of wine. But I think I would be having a hell of a celly if I pulled the $1 million. Fuck, I play bounties all the time. I've never had a good bounty. I always make sure I solidify a bag for day 2 when they're online. These big ones with like all the multi flights. So I have a chance, and I always pluck a couple. They're always the minimum. And this is like my woe is me story. But it seems like the $1 million ones always go within like a minute online.
That's the worst. When you know it's gone, there's not much to play for. Let's talk. You said I never drink. Is there
That's a
any?
Vegas hack. If you want to like do well in the summer, you can't like bust out a tournament and start drinking. I have friends like that. You'll find them at the center bar right away, and they're drinking. And admittedly, like I've spent summers like that too, and they're just not going to go well. You're going to feel like shit the next day. You're not going to sleep well. You're going to sleep in missed levels that you could be chipping up in, and it puts your focus off.
100%.
You want to have a beer in the last level, like okay, whatever. But
yeah, keeping it light, keeping it under control, definitely. But you got to perform like an athlete. You can't be drinking every day. But you said I don't drink. So is there any chemical, any supplement that you take? Let's talk mental state out there. What's keeping you focused for, we know the grind there is grueling. Every day you're playing 9-10 hours. Imagine like making day 4 or 5 in the main event. So what's helping you stay focused?
Imagine it all the time.
Me too. It's just like a
I
dream.
masturbate to that, literally.
So is there
I
any
take peptides. Peptides are my drug, but I don't want to get too much into that. I eat really, really well. I eat 50 grams of protein before lunch every day. I track my macros. I know I get 1,500 calories a day, and I know exactly how many of those are carbs, fats, and proteins. So I'm pretty dialed in when it comes to fitness. I said I wanted to be in the best shape of my life when I turned 40, and I am.
That's sick. 40 is the new 20 for some people.
Yeah.
But peptides, let's circle back. What kind of peptides? Like you said, you don't want to discuss it. Is it a secret recipe?
Yeah, secret recipe, comment stack for mine. No, I just think they're a little controversial, and some people have different thoughts on them, and I don't care to hear other people's thoughts on them. Like,
I don't think so. I think to take it to the next level, sometimes you got to play the chemical game, as long as it's within bounds. But I'm sure some of the crushers, like some people, they're in a state where it's not, you cannot reach it normally, like the Stephen Chidwick. Like you can tell he's like in God mode. That can be reached normally. I'm sure he's on some
I'm
type
sure he's not having beers like after he busts a tournament. That's for sure. I'm sure he's
No.
making sure he gets 8 hours of sleep. I mean, you know what? They even give away Red Bulls for free out there. And I think Red Bull is so toxic. Imagine what it's doing to your brain when you're playing. And I see people, someone died out there, a kid playing a cash game a couple years ago. Remember, he had like eight Red Bulls at the table they saw on the camera, and maybe a bunch of Adderall, and he's just sitting there, and they're like, buddy, it's your turn, and like, GG's.
Heard about it. That's pretty sick.
The game didn't even break. They put him on the stretcher, reeled him out, and people kept playing poker.
You know how poker players are. I said it before. Unless the building is on literal fire, nobody's moving. Sometimes the alarms go off, and nobody even looks to see what's going on. Except that one year when there was a false alarm active shooter, when chaos erupted and tables were overturned, chips on the ground. It was insane.
Yeah, I remember
And
that.
so yeah, some
so
people say they
the
take
Red Bulls, the alcohol and stuff, that's not also doing yourself any favors. Like, I know
so
it's
no
exciting.
energy drinks for you.
Never. And electrolytes, most people don't think to take electrolytes. We need salt replenished in our bodies, and especially women, if you're retaining water and stuff like that. And I like to every now and again go out there for those IV therapy, just like maintenance, little things that keep the body. Like, I'm not the best poker player, but I can at least keep myself in the best shape and give myself the best chance I can, and the minimum is like 8 hours sleep, healthy food, no Red Bulls, no beer.
No Red Bulls, no beer.
I'm still fun though. I still have a good time.
How about sleeping with Thomas in the same room? Do you guys have the same sleep schedule? Does he snore, by the way?
No, he sleeps like an angel. He's so tiny. Sometimes I have to like go like this and check that he's there.
That he's alive.
That he's even there. The bed is big for the two of us. We're both small, so I check for him, and he's there and quiet, and he doesn't fart and snore. He's a lovely gentleman in his sleep. Yeah, we have fairly different schedules because I played those tournaments with like the ones that used to be in the shitty Paris room that I guess now got moved over, not in the Thunderdome, with 6,000 other players. Like, my average tournament in the summer is like, I don't know, the 1Ks to 5Ks. He's playing like a lot of 10Ks and stuff. He's playing with Ivy a lot. So he gets to come in at 2 or 1 or 2 o'clock start and have the comfy chairs in the purple section in the back, and the peasants don't get to come anywhere near them.
They have the office chairs. We have the solid normal chairs.
Yes, we do.
I wonder what's going to happen in Normandy and province, because I heard the dailies are going to run in Horseshoe. They have a big section for dailies, and the single tables are back this year, but they have.
Yeah, so I used to be a big fan of the single tables back in the day when they were at the Rio. They were amazing. I saw a post that you made saying they're back. I think that they are only going up to something like 250. Is that right?
I'm not sure what the buy-in range is.
Because of the taxes. Something about the taxes.
Interesting. But still, they're profitable.
If you're going to play those single tables, I highly recommend cherry picking your last longers. First of all, you should get table last longer. Get everyone to throw in like $100, or like depending on the size of it, $100 is great because then you're
Mhm.
getting 800 extra tax-free dollars on the side.
900
And
because they're 10-handed.
they're
Remember?
10-handed.
Yeah, they start 10-handed.
Okay, so 900. But then you can also cherry pick individual last longers. Like you could look at someone and be like, oh, one for me and you two,
Mm-hmm.
$200 or whatever. And it's one of you will hold the money, and it's a great, they're good.
Pure profit. Yeah, I'm gonna be grinding them for sure.
I did back in the day too, and I'm happy they're back. I'll be seeing you around there. There was another thing too. People were really upset about the Europeans. Like there was like a cesspool of these like 10 guys that came and grinded the same ones, and like obviously colluded, and people like complain about it all the time. I don't know if that really had anything to do with shutting it down. I can't imagine they care. They're just happy to like get an ass in the seat.
I remember them, and they were crushers too.
Crushers. I literally
Crushers.
can paint their faces to this day. I know exactly what they look like.
Yeah,
And
I saw Panka one time. He plays high rollers and stuff, playing the single tables. And you know who I first met or saw before she actually became famous because of the Jack forehand?
Jane.
Robbie Lou. She was
Mhm.
grinding the
Robbie
single
Lou.
tables. Yeah.
Yeah, printing is a great word for it. I think that they can be very profitable. I think it's great practice too. Like go in there, get comfortable, play those
It
quickly, play
plays
lots of
different.
them.
It's more about it's a SATI, it's more about survival. You don't get a lot of chips. You just want to survive to the end. But yeah, you gotta step on the gas a little bit and be aggro.
Do
But
you ever
yeah,
play
you're
any
right.
of the Saddies there?
Say that again.
Do you ever play any of the Saddies?
Those single tables, yeah, definitely. Last year I
So,
played the normal SATIs, the landmarks, when you
mhm,
10x your stack and you just win right away.
mhm.
They had them every day in the Normandy and Provence, but the experience wasn't the best because the dealers were terrible. In those two rooms, the worst dealers were there. I mean, they couldn't even put out a flop in the beginning. They got somewhat better towards the end, but the 10-handed, everything was 10-handed in those two rooms. It was misery in those two rooms. And my
Yes.
buddy was running the whole show. Forgot his name right now, but everything was 10-handed. The dealers were terrible. It wasn't a good experience up there.
I've saddied into the main the last 3 years in a row.
Yeah, I tell people there are so many chances to SATI into the main.
Like I would have played the main anyways,
Right.
but I've been happy to get in for like say 3K instead of 10. Like I'll play
Mm-hmm.
three, like I think last year I played 3 of the 1100s or whatever. Or sometimes you play the 550s or either 1 in 20 or 1 in 10s. But there's a really good shot to get into the main. If you want to go to Vegas and play the main event, there's a lot of great satellites that you should be looking into for sure.
Yeah, the best structure used to be the landmarks 1100. You 10x your stack, and they give you more chips. I think it was like 15K starting, and the blind levels were 20 minutes, so it's reasonable. Yeah, you win one of those, and that's it. You get 10K. They give you. You can either get 10K in cash, or you can just get a ticket for the main right away.
I highly recommend. There's an app called Snapfold. And you can it gives you or Snapshove. It's called Snapshove.
Oh, the charts.
And it will tell you like study your shoving ranges. It's very profitable because all those satellites get so shallow. So I've been in a satellite in Vegas in that Paris room. It's like 4 a.m. There were so many people trying to get into the main before the last flight D the next day, and the average is less than 2 big blinds.
Yeah, because people are holding on.
Imagine in the time that it's like between 12 and 7 or whatever. If you know when to shove and these people are over folding, like you're gonna hit your landmark faster than them and get the fuck out the door with your ticket.
Yeah. Snapshove, I don't know if I'm sure they updated their charts right now because I have blind levels or I have it on my phone from GTO Wizard. All the stack sizes down to like 4 or 5 big blinds. I don't use Snapshove anymore, but I'm sure they updated their site. How do you handle brutal downswings, especially being out there?
Like I said, poker is not like it's a tough way to make an easy living. You know what I mean? Like it can be very, very difficult, and bankroll management and emotional control is a huge part of the game. You can know your shoving ranges perfectly, but if you're getting unlucky for a bit or whatever is causing this variance that you're losing and you can't like adapt, then like that costs a lot of good players a solid chance at a poker career, right? So
Mm-hmm.
just playing through it and making sure that the hand you play next has nothing to do with the hand you played last. Like every hand, like you said already in this chat, oh, I was so frustrated. It was the same guy over and over in the main. I got cooler 3 times. Like you can't go after those chips specifically because you think they're yours, you know,
Mm-hmm.
like you got to just play the next hand to the best of your ability, leaving the past in the past. It's not easy when you're there. Controlling your emotions when you're in the moment at the table can be really difficult. You want to target someone, you know, you're pissed off, they said something, you want to stack them, they stink, whatever. You have to control yourself.
I agree. What's the go-to after a bust out, like a nasty bust out? What's gonna even you out afterwards?
I like the hydrotherapy. If the gym is still open, the spas there, you can go do the hydrotherapy. You can get like into the cold plunge, into the saunas.
They have a
steam
cold
room.
plunge in Paris?
Oh my God, you got to go to the hydrotherapy there. It's so good.
Huh. I didn't even know that.
They have in your men's gym, or not in the gym, in the men's spa. It's on the same floor as the gym. So you turn right to go to the gym, go left into the spa, and they have all these different saunas and steam rooms and scents and stuff. So it's, I don't know, maybe it's $100 to drop in there or something, and you can just have a little zen.
Oh, it's
Taking
not
a
included.
walk. No, it's not included. No. It's expensive like everything else there. But if you're going to do that in between, say you bust at like 2 and you're not going to play something until a nightly and you got a few hours, like what else are you going to do? That's a fairly good place to go chill. I mean, not every day, but if you can do it when you can, I recommend it. Go walk outside, take a break. Don't listen to other people's bad beat stories. Like, can we just please make a thing about not encouraging other people? Like when people walk up to me in the hallway and they're like, oh man, you wouldn't believe, I'm like,
that's all you hear in the hallways. That's all you hear.
no, I do believe it. I'm protecting my own peace. I don't want to hear you like, this is not good for you anyways. Like, get over it. It happened. And a lot of the times when people are crying about these bad beats is they're like, and this fucking idiot, blah, blah, blah. Like, you want that player to be an idiot. You want him to, yeah, he got lucky this time, but he's not going to get lucky every time. Like, you should be lucky you're playing with him and not Chidwick.
Exactly. I mean, unless you're trying to learn something, unless you think you made a mistake, that's different than just telling a bad beat to tell the bad beat.
For
To
sure.
unload your
Which
misery.
in that case, I highly recommend like writing it down. The worst thing is people ask me like about a hand. Hey, can I ask you about a hand? And I'm like, sure. You know, like I don't mind helping people out and get better and stuff. And they'll tell me this hand, but they don't even remember the stack sizes or how the action went on the turn.
No
you know?
details in the hand.
No, like, who was your opponent? Was it like Santa Claus, or was it like the mouthy
wife.
guy, Martin Cabral? Like, who are you playing here? Who was your opponent? And like, how deep were you? And what position were you in? Like, if you actually have a question about a hand, write it down. And that's going to be a really great way for you to get better in the future, is having all the details and being able to ask someone a little bit better than you, how they would have played it and stuff. And don't forget the important things. Otherwise it's useless.
This is where the story ends for me, when they don't give me details or they start the hand from the turn. And they'll be like, the flop was like something like this, like ace, x. Like, no, I want details, like stack sizes, like you said, the profile of the player.
Like, did he open the last 8 hands in a row, or is his VPIP is 10?
Is he a rock? Is he a maniac? Is he 60? Is he 30? Is he an online crusher? Yeah, what are we talking about? And stack sizes and the bets on every street, all the details, the pot size, everything.
Details, yeah. So it's really hard to help people when they can't help themselves.
Some people just don't have photographic memory. They just forget the hand right away. And some
Yeah,
people,
but you have your phone at the table. You can put it into a note or a text or something.
that's the thing. These people are not making the effort to get better. Some people just don't care. They just want
Yeah.
to play
And
poker.
those are the same people in my comment section hating on the fact that over the years I've written down my hands, asked
Yeah.
people better than me,
Hmm.
noted down the stack sizes, and put in the work. Like when you're good at poker and you're crushing, it is because you put in the work. Nobody is crushing poker for any amount of time that hasn't put in a lot of work, that hasn't gotten good.
Unless you're a
Because-
moneymaker.
I
I
mean,
mean,
he's having a lot of success with his tour, right? I don't know money. I've met him a couple times. He seems awesome, but I don't know how good a poker player he
no,
is.
no,
or
I meant
anything.
like his win in 04. Like everybody can win a tournament, but consistency, being consistent is different than binking a tournament and then falling off the map. Like the
Sure.
Jamie
He's-
Gold.
Yeah.
Some winners of the WSOP won and they just stayed consistent and crushed. And some people won the
Are you
WSOP
saying
and
Jamie Gold is consistent?
no, terrible.
Yeah.
No.
Oh man, I just met him in December in Atlantis. He was the biggest baby. He's on the table playing these hands with these like very recreational. We're playing a satellite, in fact, to get into the 25K. And
Mhm.
he's criticizing these people like, dude, why the fuck did you do that? And I'm like, aren't you Jamie Gold? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, you won the main, right? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, shut the fuck up. Why are
Act
you
like a
telling
pro.
these? Yeah, you're acting like worse than they are. Like you act like a pro right now. Like you should be embarrassed of yourself, Jamie Gold. That's just my 2 cents. Maybe you're an awesome guy, but don't criticize the fish at the table, buddy. Even I know that.
Poker shows you a lot of personalities. Like all this stuff comes out, the insecurities, everything comes out, and in
Yeah.
poker, especially at showdowns and after bad beats, how people react, their comments.
Yeah.
And we all have our moments. I've berated fish before, which I know like 30 seconds after, I'm like, what am I doing? Why am I berating this person? But sometimes you just can't help it. But of course, I'm
I
not.
can tell you wholeheartedly, I have never, ever, ever once seen my husband say anything after a hand, but like, nice hand. Like if they suck out on him or they play like a total idiot. And he just is so humble. And I'm so lucky to have that kind of energy around all the time because
Mhm.
even when I might have like a tournament go down and then we talk on break, he's just so leveled. And I think that's something that if you can master, you'll be a lot better in this game, controlling your emotions and how you can only control what you can control. You can't control what they do. So you have to just adapt and take it. And
Yeah, you should be even keel, not having too much highs and too much lows, and that's what most winners share. It's that behavior is being always even keel. Sometimes it's like, I mean, you can almost like Stephen Chidwick when he talks, you'll be like, oh my God, this guy is like majorly depressed. But at the table, he's like dead, no emotion. I don't think he's breathing when he's in a hand. There's nothing on his face, but it's so awkward to listen to him like coach. Because I think he's partnered with Octopi Poker and he was talking about like a hand breakdown. But when he talks, his voice is like you can see somebody majorly depressed or there's some emotional issues going on.
no.
Yeah, I mean, imagine, I mean, these guys playing at this level day in and day out, playing for that much money. I guess it does something to you psychologically. You become
Yeah,
a
you gotta be
robot.
a pretty they always ask like what makes a poker player. I'm like, you gotta be a little bit sick inside.
You know what?
Yes.
At the other end of the spectrum, I'm going to share a video that's just posted on WPT Global that's funny as fuck of Jeremy Becker and Matt Kiefer. I'll try to find it here real quick. But in the meanwhile, what's the best poker advice you've ever received?
Oh, that's a tough one. Can I think about it for a sec? I had a question
Yeah.
for you actually. Have you played the main a few times? Have you ever sat down at a table with anyone that you've been like, fuck, I have to play the main with this person? Because the
n-
main can go up many ways. It's very table dependent. If you get a lucky table draw and you coast through day one with a bunch of people that it's their first time, like that's amazing. But you can also get stuck with, for like last year, I sat down and I had Berkey on my direct left, and I was really like intimidated at first. And then I got comfortable and started playing my game. We were shooting the shit and had a great day and both begged. But I got into a hand with him, blind versus blind, and I won the hand. and I want to go pot off him, which maybe just was like, yeah, I can play this guy. Like, I don't
No,
know. It can be really intimidating if you imagine you get stuck at Helmuth or Negreanu's table on your first main event ever.
not in the main, but it was, I think, I made a deep run. I think it was the monster stack. I had Dylan Lind. I don't know if it's Lindy or Lind. I had like 3 or 4 crushers at my table, and it was tough. But I mean, it brings out my A game.
Yeah. Well, that's
when-
going to happen when you go deep more. Like if you're deep, yeah, you're going to expect to run into those kind of crushers. I think that Dylan guy is on my husband I think he was drafted by Justin, same as Thomas. My husband was
you know what?
drafted in the fantasy this year. And I think Justin got him too.
Yeah, I can't believe Thomas was drafted by Justin. I was gonna talk about this.
He went for a lot this year. He went for like 6 times more than he did last year. I think I have
I think
a
Thomas
photo.
was like the second most expensive.
No.
I think
No way.
so. Either second or third.
Oh, on his team, not in the whole thing.
And on his team, yeah, on
Yeah.
his team. He went for,
Yeah.
he was the third most expensive, $34.
No, the first one says captain. Oh, yeah, no, I see Ryan down here. Yeah.
Yeah, Dylan Lind, $59. To explain to the people how this works, each team gets
Each team gets $200 fantasy dollars. It's a $25,000 buy-in, unless you're doing like the ODB, which a lot of people do. The players go for the same amount. So let's start with this one, the 25K fantasy league. Can anyone do it if they have 25K? I'm pretty sure anyone can
I
put a team
think
in,
so.
right?
I think so, yeah.
But 25K is not anything to shake a leg at. So you buy in. Do you know how much? Is it winner take all?
No, I think here it explains it. There's a prize pool, and
no, not Mike had a team once. Mike Leah, our friend, won this once, but it was funny. Each year there was like so many teams, and then the year Mike won it, there was like not very many teams, so it wasn't very big. But so players get drafted onto your teams within your $200 budget, and like $34. If you spend $34 on a player and you only have like 166 left or whatever the quick math is, you're spending a lot on that player. So that means he's very valuable. You want to allocate your team with versatile players, like people that will play mixed games, especially mixed games players. And then you'll see there's a couple less on there for $1 or $3 or whatever. That means they're expected to have some results, but they're pickups for a little bit less. You got to round out your team.
right here it's explaining it. The 2026 25K fantasy draft features a record 24 teams competing for $600K prize pool, with each team having $200 budget to draft 8 players. Points are awarded for cash finishes in open WSOP events, with top events like the main and 50K player championship earning triple points. So they battle for points, and the team with the most points, I think it's like first, second, and third, but I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that.
Yeah, I'm not sure how to. I mean, I'm sure they can chop and stuff too. Like, who knows?
Yes, exactly.
I don't really know how it works. I'm not much of a drafter, albeit my husband and a lot of people I know are really into fantasy. So it seems like a cool theory.
I was gonna have Justin on to explain, but he's grinding. I'll
be excited to see him soon. Hi, Justin.
Oh, he's out there grinding. He was out there like 2 weeks prior to WSOP. He played in California. There was some series, and he's a grinder, man.
I'm pretty sure he stays to like the bitter end too. They're like rolling over some of the last tables, and he's still like, "Oh, there's a daily." Like, okay.
Literally, like he shuts down the doors when they on the final day.
That's what it takes. You know what I mean? That's like love of the game.
That's Becker. Becker used to be like that.
I had a friend go out there, play every year forever, and he finally won his first bracelet in the last event, some like closer or something. And we had just left that like the day before. We're like, oh, fuck it. The closer, like we've had enough. And then like our good buddy from our town, ends up winning it. And we were sad we weren't here, but we were like, you got to stay till the end. That's what the
That's
pros
the thing with
do.
tournaments. You can save it with one win. Like
Definitely.
everything could be, terrible, not going your way, and you can have just one win and save the whole summer.
Some, because there's a fine line. It's like, when do you stop just pouring in and chasing losses? Like, some people are just never going to win at poker. You know what I mean? A lot of people are going to give up the dream of having poker be their career. That's just it. Where a lot of people quit their job and try, but it doesn't always work.
Some people are just drawn dead. Like, they
Some
don't
people
know it.
They'll always kind of cash and stay in that mid-range, but they don't know how to win a tournament. Knowing how to play poker and knowing how to win a tournament, it's very different. The game changes so much, whether you're like short, just trying to ladder, or whether you're putting the pressure on people and using your stack to win. Like, some people just don't have the switch in gears. They're just coasting in neutral the whole time.
You got to be studied in those late stages. Like, you got to be a master at playing like a 14 to 9 big blind stack and not just like start shoving everything. You got to be studied, unless you're running like God. Like, I was watching Leo Margetts yesterday. She was winning hands. She shoved jacks versus ace queen. Flop comes ace high 2 clubs. She has jack with the jack of club.
Yeah, that was a final table hand last year, but she didn't just like get lucky to get there. Like, that girl's a crusher through
100%. Not to take credit from her, definitely, she's a crusher, and she applied a lot of pressure. She took every spot to the max. Yes, not to take that from her, but also you need to get super lucky in the late stages. Like, she was winning flips, back to back.
If you don't lose a flip, if you're winning all your flips, you're going to win a tournament.
Yeah.
So, but it also matters a lot to make it count. If you win a flip, you got to make it count. You got to know how to start going in overdrive and like not just sitting around and be happy you want to flip and fold for the next 2 fucking hours. Try and ladder your way to third place or something, So making it count.
It takes heart, performing under pressure. Some people just buckle. It's not easy. Just like, high level sports. It's you're like an athlete. You got to perform under pressure. It's not easy. The lights, the cameras, the crowd, the rails. Some people just can't take the whole thing. One moment I was almost like annoyed watching it. When she won that hand, it took her like 30 minutes to calm down. That's why she should never be. It's okay to celebrate, but don't be overly excited. Because of her rail, they're hugging her. So it was a nice moment, but hey, you still have work to do. Don't get overexcited. It took her like 30-35 minutes to regroup. Poker, you cannot be that excited or sad. You got to be in the middle a little bit. Like, you're never going to see a crusher get that overly excited. I mean,
yeah, I can't speak on that kind of like selly, because I've never been in a position where I'm playing for millions of dollars. Like, I'm sure that, like I said about fucking poker wars, like the stage, the lights, the energy, emotion is so big in poker that when you're in these spots and you think you see an ace on the window when you got called and it's your main event life, and like,
she wasn't even looking and nobody told her. She wasn't even looking at the board. She was
I remember her hugging her friends
and didn't say anything.
It went club, right?
Yeah, it was ace, XX, 2 clubs, and then club, but they didn't tell her there was an ace on the board. They said, Jota, they're calling for a jack, and then they start calling for a club, but they didn't tell her there was an ace on the board, and she wasn't looking. And then when they start celebrating, she knew that she won the hand.
I mean, if they're now calling for a jack, she probably assumes that they hit that.
Yeah, true.
Here's another thing. We mentioned a little bit about women and the emotional attachment. Like, in general, in life, it is really, really fair to say that most women have more value for money. Like, whether it be harder for women to make in the workforce, whether they work harder for their money because they don't get paid as much, whether when they're out making money, they're paying a babysitter and their kids at home, they don't have a lot of time out of the house. Like, there's so many reasons. Maybe just neurologically, women have a better value for money because we're smarter. Like, whatever the reason is that women value money more, that is going to change. Often we talk about the dynamics of men and women in the game. And when all the money is on the line at the end, I could see it getting harder for women to make those plays that you sometimes just really have to make to win,
Mm-hmm.
where you risk it all, and the jumps can be so big. Like if it's a difference of 50,000 or 100,000 and you want to put pressure on this guy, and you've got a lot of equity in a hand, instead of seeing a turn, you could check jam. But these women aren't check jamming because they want to play it safe, because the next ladder is 50K, and that means a lot to their family, or like sometimes I think that they
I
don't take
totally
the
get what you're
thought.
trying to say. That's where the meme comes from. That's why women outlive men. And you see those videos of people doing like stupid shit, guys doing stupid shit.
Mhm.
Testosterone and risk, I think at the end of the day, is taking risk. Women don't like to take too much risk, and it has something to do with testosterone, because testosterone has a big impact on your brain and how much risk you take. So that could be a big part of why women don't take as much risk. Talking about that subject, what advice would you give women that are who are intimidated to play live tournaments? Because let's face it, it's intimidating walking into the
I mean,
ballroom.
can't it be equally intimidating for either player? Like I told you, I really didn't want to go into gender dynamics too much, because I get a lot of heat from women, because I do not super support the I'm going to hold your hand into a tournament thing. Like there's a lot of women's groups. Do I think it's great for women? Yes, if that's what you want. Like I don't feel intimidated when I go into a poker room. I never have. So I can't really relate on that level. But the ladies events, I hear them saying like, oh, it's so nice to play with ladies because the men are here. Like maybe the men are mean to them, maybe that they're nervous, uncomfortable. It's kind of a boys club. Like I can see if I didn't have like the boys I do to talk to about hands that actually know what the fuck they're talking about, it's hard for a group of girls to get good at poker, because there's not a lot of women that play the game. And when they do, you see the people on the break talking about hands. Like say those ones that aren't just sharing bad beat stories, they're actually talking analytically about
Mhm.
how they might have misplayed a hand and how they can do it better next time with people that are better than them. If the boys won't talk to the girls because it's a boys club, or you don't know anybody there, you don't have friends there, the boys come buddy buddy right away. They go smoke joints on breaks. They see each other all the time. They're not at home raising their kids. Like whatever the reason, the boys club is there. Like I'll admit it, it's kind of there. But I walk into a circle with the boys and talk about a hand, no problem. Not all women can do that. A lot of women may be older or don't have anything in common with these guys other than poker, or just not outgoing, and not invited to the club or whatever. So they don't get a good chance at getting better
I love your outlook on this.
for this dynamic, right?
Yes.
Like I'm not saying men are better than women, because men can be better than women. I'm saying that most men are better than women because they have this fucked up thing in their head where they're okay going to sit in a casino for 10 hours a day, 7 days a week. Whereas most women biologically need the sun or connection to people or friends, or would rather go for lunch or have things to do for their home. Men often have a wife that are able to get the groceries, do the meal prep, get the kid to school. So even when I go to a big day too, my day doesn't start the same unless I've talked to my son. I wake up early to talk to my son. I have responsibilities in my life. I'm 40 years old. I'm learning another language and how to play the piano. I take these lessons in my life. I'm 40 years old, going to my piano lesson on Tuesdays and having 3 Spanish classes a week. Most men are comfortable with where they're at in their life, and they're not trying to like get better. They're just playing poker. They would why the fuck do I want to take a guitar lesson when I could just go play poker, whatever.
Do you have a piano at the house?
I'm playing on it, or I'm. Can you see it? I'm on it right now.
Can you play something real quick, or did I put you on the spot?
My computer's plugged into where my piano would be.
Okay.
Into, so I'll get a power cord for next time. But
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like a lot of women have more outside things going than just poker. So other things on their mind, which keeps you out of the game a little, keeps you busier, keeps you from studying. And yeah, I mean, there was this whole Ben CB controversy about like men are better at poker. There are more better men than women. Can women be good? Yes, of course they can be good.
Of course.
Do they need their hand held to be good? No. You ask any pro woman, they're gonna say like, just go play, just go get better, just find people better than you and talk to them, and keep studying if you really want to do it. But biologically, we don't want to put the time in as much as the men do. We have lives and are just busy. So that's
When it
kind of
comes
the
to intellect, women can be just as intellectual as men. So we can't say that men are better than women intellectually. It's not a physical sport. When it comes to like strength, yes, men are in general stronger than women.
of course.
Poker is intellectual. If they put in the reps, they're gonna get better. If they put in the
100%.
work, like you're saying, take notes, discuss hands, they're gonna get better. Talking about better female poker players, one last question on this topic, and we'll move on. Is there a female poker player whose game you really admire? Whether
There are
it
some
be
serious crushers. I mean, obviously, fellow Canadian Kristen Foxen is. I hung out with her 10 years ago in Panama when she was just coming up, and to see how successful she is now, I think it's amazing. I think she would outplay her partner over and over again, and I love to see it. I'm always rooting for like the women that really go for it, because she really is right now like putting time aside that she could be a mom. Like, she's choosing poker over the outside life. Who knows if she's avidly choosing that like on a daily? Maybe it'll just happen for them or whatever. But I remember raising my family and not being able to put as much into poker as the men could. So it depends on, yeah, she wanted to be a crusher, and she fucking is a crusher. There's Cherish, there's Leo, there's so many, my good friend Cindy, there's tons of great women in the game. You got some questions there.
I'm looking at your questions that you sent me, but we covered most of them. Let's end it with some rapid fire questions I have set up here. What's scarier, WSOP bubble or 15 soccer moms in a group chat? Yikes.
I never fear the bubble. Soccer moms are scary.
Are there any adjustments around the bubble? Are you playing tight? Are you abusing other players?
My favorite thing is to be able to have the stack on the bubble and not even have to look at your two cards, ideally. Make the bubble last a long time. I hate like folding your way in, but of course there's adjustments that need to be made. But I'm always going to take the spot I think I need to take to try and win. I don't have backers and stuff, so that makes a big difference. If you're trying to get an ROI for your backers and min cash is important, you handcuff yourself a little bit more than if you're trying to really go for it. You know what I mean? Like, and when I buy pieces in people, I buy pieces of people that I expect to try and win, not to try and min cash.
Which is tougher, raising kids or folding kings pre-flop?
Ooh, both. You know what? I would have said folding kings last week, but my teenager has put me fucking through it right now. Like I said, my son is 14, and maybe raising teenagers. I don't know. Folding kings pre-flop sounds very tough, though.
Have you ever done it?
I don't think I've ever been put in a place where I've had to do it or have not done it correctly.
I don't think I've ever done it.
Yeah, no, like I think I call with kings a lot.
What's more dangerous, poker Twitter or YouTube comments?
Ooh, I love that. We haven't discussed this yet. I hate poker Twitter. Poker Twitter is a cesspool of like insecurities and ego and hate, and there's never anything happy and nice on there anymore. I have an X account and I never use it.
I'm not active. I'm not
read
even
the comment section, guys. Who cares what people say about you? And don't get like mixed up. I don't get mixed up in all that poker drama and stuff.
People get mean online for sure.
Holy shit. It's like they never say that thing in front of you, right?
No,
Like,
no, they're soft when you're around, but online everybody is tough. Everybody's
yeah.
Who runs hotter, you or Thomas?
Thomas plays more, so his variance probably evens out more than mine.
Oh, well said. If Thomas and you played heads up for household chores, who wins?
Flip a coin.
Do you got? Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, we do. We play each other sometimes for fun, for household chores, so to speak. And I win sometimes, he wins sometimes. He is
Do
a
you guys-
far better poker player than me, don't get me wrong.
Okay. What's your most expensive oops in poker?
I can't say that I have one yet. Oh, okay. I actually do kind of have one. I busted level 1 of the WPT 10K in at the win to Kitty Quo when I had ace king suited and she had tens and the board came jack 10 of spades and I had ace king of spades. So I've got a straight flush draw, got her 2 overs. And
That's painful.
she's got a set of tens and level 1 in a
That's like-
$10,000. That's like $14,000 Canadian, just so you know.
That's like a 600, 700 big blind pot. It's painful.
And Kitty can be crazy. So I thought she was just like, thought I was there fucking around, trying to put the pressure on me. Like she just thought I sat it in and I was going to be a nit or something. And my hand was severely under-repped because I just called pre and the hand I fucked it up. Botched this hand.
I mean,
And
you get there, we wouldn't be even having this conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Your biggest mom life leak.
I'm a perfect mom.
No
That
leak.
doesn't exist, by the way. Yeah, tough question. Biggest mom life leak. You got any reads on me? I like to travel a lot.
Fearless.
I have no problem taking my kid out of school for life lessons, and the school board here frowns upon that a lot. Baby daddy frowns upon that a lot. Be like, oh, we're taking Dom here, taking him there. They're like, he has school. I'm like, no, this is good for him. Trust me. And it is good for them. I think it's great for kids to get life lessons.
Of course. Life is the biggest school. What's the one thing poker players complain about too much?
Bad beats. Yeah, for sure. Everyone's unlucky. No one will ever admit they misplayed a hand, wouldn't you say?
100%. That's what we're going to hear in the hallways coming
Oh.
soon. If you could ban one phrase from poker forever, what would it be?
Listen, when you see me in the hallways and you come to, like, shout to talk to me, tap me, because I am going to be having my earbuds in and I'm not listening to anybody in the hallways. I'm just going to try and tune it out. So if you see me and you're like, Haven, and I don't answer, I'm protecting my peace. That's it.
I'll do the double tap, just like GG at the tables, but
Thank
on
you,
your
yeah,
shoulder.
GG. Yeah, that might be the phrase I eliminate of poker. GG's. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Oh, you're going to eliminate GG. Wow. Yeah, it's a little trolly.
That's trolly. It's like, I hate saying it and I hate hearing it. Like when I say GG to someone, I feel a little cringe. And when I hear it, I'm like, shut the fuck up, Ben. Fuck you.
Especially
It's not a good game.
especially at a final table when everybody's rooting for your demise because they have pay jumps, they're getting more
Yeah.
money, and they all act
GG.
sad. Oh, GG, and they start like, no, leave me alone. I know you're happy.
I tend to say unlucky when people bust. I think the first thing that comes out of my mouth a lot is unlucky. People like to hear
Yeah.
that. They're
Yeah.
like, yeah,
Yeah.
that is unlucky.
Yeah, because you're empathizing with them.
That's
like
right.
it.
So
Yeah.
you can feel that if you want to, like,
Yeah.
oh, unlucky.
And at
shake
least
a
it's
hand.
truthful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for the most part. Like maybe they did totally botch the hand, but unlucky for you that's the hand you fucking botched.
Right. I like it. How many unread DMs are currently sitting in your inbox?
747.
Lord.
I get weird comments sometimes of like men that ask me about my feet. Sometimes people
Poker
comment,
players mostly, or just random?
I don't know. I don't open the profile. Like I'm not.
You know
oh,
what?
I'm not looking at.
There's a girl on my Facebook. I'm not gonna name names, but she always put like some of the messages that the guy sends her, and the comments, like in the comments, guys are like, kissing up to her, and it's just like, why do you want to post this shit online and put people on blast? Leave that shit in your DMs. Don't post it on social media.
Don't even open it. Protect your peace is like the mantra of it's my mantra right now. I see somebody in the chat here just said, I ain't folding king. If you got aces, you got aces. Like that's basically how I feel. You got it, you got it.
Cowboy Mosh. Cowboys
Cowboys.
Mosh. I'm new here. Are we live now? Only on YouTube? Or you're rocking other platforms at the same time? We're live on YouTube and Facebook.
Listen, I don't even know what a platform is. My son works all my technology for me, so I know about Twitch now because I just did Poker Wars and we streamed on Twitch.
Oh yeah, it was live. That's sick that the show was live. Sorry, Cowboys Smosh, that we didn't reply to your comment. I just saw it right now.
He probably
But yeah,
lost his
we
big fuck you
definitely
guys.
talk with the chat. So your DM 747 messages. Okay, how's your phone looking? If we look at your phone right now, do you have like 1,000 emails that are like undeleted? There's a person, I'm not gonna name names. Also, I saw their phone like a few weeks ago, and they are like a business person. They're very organized, but their phone had 1,000 messages. I'm like, is this the?
So right now on my phone, I have something from Kmart, something from soccer, and baseball scores. That's like.
No, like if you
something-
open the page, if you open the first page and your mail, does it have like red 1,000 messages, or are they all deleted? Like mine, if I show you mine, there's okay. See, mine, you wouldn't see anything red. That my OCD will kick in and nothing red will be there.
I got one for you. Look at how many alarms I have.
Oh my God. Okay. I usually have 2, and
I love the people with the OCD showing them that and like getting under their skin. How
yeah.
about you? Like when you're playing poker, are you talking to people or you got your headphones on? What kind of player are you?
No, I'm not talking at all. Not the social guy. Every once in a while, if there's somebody interesting making conversation, I would talk with them, but in general, quiet.
You'll be
Completely
talking
quiet.
to me out there if I see you on my
A
table.
little bit. I mean, we would talk. We would have a conversation if it's interesting, but not like about the weather or politics. If there's something interesting, yeah. I'm selectively social. It has to be. But at the table, I can't focus. There's so much to keep track of. I'm watching.
Crucifix Plus Entertainment.
Are we talking about the movie I talked about?
Yeah, it's got to be good.
That scene was. You got to watch this movie, even though you don't like horror movies, but it's a classic. So DM 747. What's more likely, winning another Poker Wars or getting your kids to clean their room the first time you ask?
My son doesn't clean his room the 15th time I ask. So, and I feel it very likely I win another Poker Wars. Like if they have me back on the show, I do not think it was a coincidence I won. I know unless they get players that can beat me in poker and everyone teams up on me and keeps throwing me into elimination or something, that I have a very good chance at winning again. So definitely that one.
Question: why did everybody voted Kiro out in the beginning? Why? I didn't see that coming. Everybody was.
It's got to be somebody.
But why did you guys see him as a threat?
Cairo is a good poker player for one, and he had kind of like in the game already said like, oh, it's me against you guys. I already know it's going to be me against you guys. So if you have someone that's kind of giving you a reason to be on the outs, like you go with it. In this early stages of the game, you're basically playing anyone but me, right? Like it doesn't take much. You're playing a reality show. It's a strategy game. All it takes is like one look at someone and their stack and someone else is like, yes, let's go for them, right? And then it catches on like a disease.
I see. Makes sense.
Have you got to the part yet where me and John like openly collude against Jake?
I saw the part where you, John, and Abby were kind of like openly like, hey, we're together and we're kind of colluding against everybody else. I saw that part.
In the finale, we're playing 3 ways in this game called Poker Buffet. So you get 3 cards and you can lay an ace, a king, or a queen. And there's 3 stacks on the table, one with 100K, one with 50, and one with 25. You lay your card down. And if you are the only person to lay that card down, you get the stack. So of course, everyone wants to go for A for the 100K because it's first to $1 million. But you can block people. So if you say to one person, like, you and I will alternate ace and king every time. And we'll do it like hush hush. the other guy, he can either take his measly 25K and be happy with it, and we can take our 150, or he can only block one of us and he'll never chip up. So in the finale, John Party and I so cringe gang up on Grenader Jake, who's the coolest guy in the world. I actually messaged him, and I said to Jake, man, I hope my son is grows up to be a gentleman like you. And he was like, I wholeheartedly think that's the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me. Because Jake is just so humble. He's the best. He took it the whole time and just always was like shaking our hands and full congrats and meaning it. But John Party and I were like, hey, let's just fuck Jake over and we'll go off we'll do well on our own. And Jake's like, no, please don't do that. And we're like, sorry, bud, it's happening. So it was cringe to watch. I hated doing it, but I won the game, and that's how you win, is you got to make sometimes some greasy moves. And yeah, I hope they give me a chance to go back and defend the title.
There were so many layers to this show.
So many layers.
To win, it wasn't easy.
Yeah, you got to make alliances. You got to backstab your alliances. You got to be good at poker. You got to be sneaky. We had we were sequestered, right? We didn't have our phones. We had no idea what was going on in the outside world. It was quite an adventure.
So at one point you were colluding with Jake with Party, but then at the end you were heads up against them. So now it's like mano a mano.
Correct. So he ended up going into elimination with John. Spoilers here, sorry guys. He goes to elimination with John. Because I won that match where I colluded with John, I got an advantage, and my advantage was to allocate these powers to one of the two players in their heads up match. So I went on to the finals. They were in semifinals, and I got these 5 advantages I get to allocate. You'll see. And I'm basically like, I'm giving this power to John. I'm giving this power to John. I'm giving this power to John, because I wanted to play John over Jake. I thought he might be a little bit easier to beat. I had some tells on him. I could tell he got like really emotional when he'd lose a hand. I just thought it would be an easier match for me. And Jake was tough. Like Grenader Jake is a great poker player. And so is John Party, honestly.
Interesting. Okay, either or. This is the last section. Min cash a WSOP event or survive a family road trip without an argument?
Did you say min cash?
Yeah.
Family trip. Min cash is not worth enough to be stuck in a car with my boys in an argument.
Okay, win a bracelet or never hit another red light for the rest of your life?
Bracelet, and it's coming.
It's so nice to win one.
You have one?
No, I mean, hopefully we'll make it happen this year. Or
well,
at least
we're not going to do that from home. We better get out there.
Yeah, that's the thing. You got to show up.
When are you going out there?
Monday next week.
I will see you soon. I think I'll probably go out Thursday.
You're leaving Thursday?
I think so.
This Thursday or next?
I think next. I still got like a week worth of stuff here to do. So
I feel like the shorter, the better. I always go out like 7th or 8th of June till the end. But this year I was planning to go out early, but I'm like, it's too long. Like, you just want to keep your sanity. That's the whole point.
Yeah, I've never been there this late, and I was really like prideful on how the FOMO wasn't hitting me, but it's starting to. Like, it's starting to, like, I see the pictures of people winning their bracelets and having the runs.
Yeah.
And I'm starting to get the FOMO.
Same. Heads Up versus Phil Hellmuth or parent-teacher conference for 8 straight hours?
I'd give a lot to go Heads Up with Hellmuth. Like, how fun. For one, I think he'd like me. So he wouldn't be like mean and annoying to me. I think we'd have a fun match. And how much could you learn from someone like that? You know, I've never gone up against a Phil Hellmuth. So I would watch and learn and soak it all in.
He definitely mixes it up. Against Negreanu last year, he did some unusual, like unorthodox things. Even Negreanu was surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't really want to play either of them, but if you have to and get to, like, that's cool. I'd rather be heads up against someone else, is what I mean.
Mm-hmm. Okay, finish the sentence. The fastest way to tilt me is?
I choose not to give that up right before I go play a summer series. I'm not letting you guys tilt me this summer. I'm going to keep a calm, cool, collected head. I'm gonna get my sleep. I'm gonna drink my bone broth.
Okay, when
Okay,
you say bone broth, you drink it from the bottle? I never.
I drink
What's
it out of a thermos, like hot, like a soup. Like picture chicken noodle soup, but no carrots and noodles.
without the parts, just the liquid?
Very good for you.
Interesting.
Look it up.
I will. The poker player,
Are you gonna be in the gym this summer at the Paris?
of course. I use the Horseshoe. I don't know if we can get access to Paris. If I book the room in Horseshoe, I don't know if that I can use that pass at Paris.
I'll
you
give you
think?
one of my keys. You can use it. It's much
Okay.
nicer.
We'll
much nicer.
switch. We'll
I
switch.
go in
keys.
the mornings. No, I don't like going to the Horseshoe. For one, the Horseshoe one is so far away, way down that downstairs hallway.
It's down in the dungeon. Yeah.
I don't
For
wanna
you,
go
it's for you, it's far. For me, it'll be like down the elevator. Man,
Yeah.
the ride in the elevators is something else. The people you see, the drunks, the people with the hookers. It's you can write a book about the people you meet in the elevator.
Why do you choose to stay at the Horseshoe instead of the Paris?
You're gonna stay at Horseshoe?
No, why do you choose to? No, I would never stay at Horseshoe instead of Paris. Paris is way nicer.
Just the convenience close to the ballroom, to everything, to the food, just the convenience. I know Paris is slightly nicer, the rooms, because I visited Justin last year and I saw his room is slightly nicer, like the
No,
sheets, the
I
bed.
don't think slightly nicer. I feel like the value is much better.
Yeah, how much they charge for like 2 weeks average?
If you book it early enough, like you already know that next year the WSOP is going to start on like May 26th. Or like every year it seems to get one day earlier. But if you book your room for like June 1st you can book 2 weeks or whatever, then when you get there, extend it. If you book it when the series schedule comes out, last year I think we paid $2,500 for 6 weeks in the Paris.
Not bad.
That's amazing. It's like 40, $50 a night.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting this year too, because I have Diamond. Once you have Diamond, you get those rates.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we have Diamond too.
yeah. That's I think the best way to get Diamond is get the credit card, the Caesar's credit
But
card.
if you wait, I don't think I can have a Caesar's credit card. I'm Canadian, but yes,
Okay.
Americans, you should do that for sure. But if you wait, you will pay a lot more for Paris. Like right now, it'll be like $100 versus 50, and the Horseshoe might still only be like 60 or 70 or something.
I need to check. I need to check, see if it went. No, I'm booking everything either today or tomorrow. The poker player I at least trust with my Starbucks order is
Cabral.
Cabral. I mean, you get the coffee with the story, at least from him. You think you have a complicated Starbucks order?
No, I just don't want to like open the window of communication to that guy. I think that is so bad for poker. Like I love that people are watching it and liking it and getting into it and whatever, but like I've played with him several times and it is fucking painful.
I mean, watching him is fun. Being at his table will be torture.
Yeah, I want to sit on the table next to it. Exactly.
Yeah. Being at his table will be torture for, especially if you sit next to him in the main, like he's to your left or right, and listening to him talk, he's gonna put you off your game 100%, because the guy doesn't shut up. It's constant.
And I see it, like I recognize that it's theater. Like I hang out with people that are entertainers and I get it. And it's also like a sickness inside a little bit, like the desire to be looked at, to be seen so much and loved and adored. Like it's kind of like a little much for me.
It's way too much for me too. How often do y'all do these streams? Have Haven tell me 3 pro players she likes. This is Cowboys Mosh. 3 pro players you like.
I told Carl this at the beginning, like I don't follow famous poker players. I'm so not in the scene. I don't look at Twitter. I don't like follow cool people at all. So I guess my favorite pros are myself, Thomas Taylor, and Mike Leah.
Oh, good one. Are you a fangirl ever? Are you gonna walk up to a professional poker player, take a picture, or no, you just walk by them?
0% chance I'm ever doing that.
Same. Okay, last question to wrap this up. If Thomas leaves dishes in the sink one more time, finish the sentence.
Oh my God, he just always leaves dishes in this sink. I didn't know I had an alternative. I'm really like the care. This is my house, by the way. I don't know if you could see. We keep it pretty tidy. That's my coffee station over there.
It's real
But
nice.
my boys do not cook or clean, so I didn't know there was an alternative. But
So
he
you
puts the food on the table, you know, he's out there making the big bucks. So I don't mind putting the dishes in the dishwasher. I'm also like, when it comes to gender roles, like I love being a wife. I love caring for my boys. I have no problem taking like a seat back and making my husband a sandwich. And, you know, I'm a pretty traditional gal.
I love it. Balance at the house. Let's watch this guy serenade this other guy in an all-in, and we wrap up this session. It gets real weird here.
I think I saw this but scrolled past, because that's what I would do. I scroll past everything.
So it's an
One more time. Hit me, baby, one more time. My loneliness is killing me, and I must confess, I still believe your queen's not going, but if this was fine, give me a sign. Big Slick, baby, one more time.
He hit the notes. He definitely
Okay.
hit the.
There's some characters in poker, isn't there?
Oh, definitely.
It's not all dirty feet and hippie
Smelly
Jesus and
BO.
Cabrels. Like there's actually some of the coolest people I've ever met play poker. Look, you and I never would have got a chance to meet if we weren't playing poker. I'm sure we're gonna chill this summer.
Yeah, I saw you in the hallways last year. You know, we're friends on Facebook, but I never said hi. You're doing your thing, I'm doing my thing. And it was always like from a distance. And you know, with the herd of people, it's hard to like target somebody and go say hi.
You know, I get a lot of DMs that say like, "Oh, I saw you in the hallway and I wanted to say hi and wish you luck." But please don't be shy. I mean, just don't share a bad beat story with me. If you want to ask me about a hand, review your checklist and make sure you have all the information. I'll be happy to talk to you about a hand and hear about your summer as well too, because when you've been doing this every summer for 6 years, like, yeah, it gets a little tedious and repetitive and stuff. It's still fun to see the love that other people have of the game, right? Like, do you find
100%.
you're losing a little bit of the
Humanity.
Yeah.
Less robot, more humans. Haven, thank you so much for coming on. It's been fun. 2 hours passed by like this.
That was 2 hours. That's crazy.
I know.
You're a cool dude, and good luck with your podcast. I hope more people watch it, or I actually don't know how many people watch it. Maybe there's lots of people out there.
I'm gonna clip a lot of reels. We have a lot of good content here with the crucifix, and yeah, there's a lot of controversial stuff. But thank you for coming on, and good luck out there. I'll see you out there.
I'll see you next week. Good luck, everyone, on their grind, and thank you for watching.
Yes.